My name is Jeremy Harris. I am a DPS parent, small business owner, and I serve as the communications chair for our local neighborhood schools PTA. I'm running for the Denver Public School Board District 4 because we have to ensure that every child has access to a high quality education, no matter their socioeconomic status or background. Many of us have pretty much lost trust in our current school board and superintendent. It's time that we usher in a new era in education, one that is rooted in community, funded with equity, and driven by our parents, teachers, and our students. And we can do this simply by ensuring that every child feels safe, that they have a sense of belonging, that their voices are heard, and that they are valued. Also prioritizing academics and ensuring that all our schools are safe, both physically and mentally. I'll be honored to have your support this November. Vote Jeremy Harris for Denver Public Schools, District 4.
What are the top needs of the school district? How are Denver Public Schools doing educating kids across the city? What is going well? What is not going well?
The top priority is to prioritize academics. We know that less than 30% of our students are proficient in reading and in math. We also have a chronic absentee issue with about half of Denver's public schools populations not entering the classroom. We have to use community services to ensure that every child has access and transportation to our schools. Denver Public Schools praises that they are in the green zone, but when we disaggregate that data, we find out that our black and brown kids are still historically falling behind. We do this by listening to community and bringing in our community partners to help the total ecosystem of our public education.
The next question was submitted by a DPS student. In light of the recent Evergreen school shootings, how will you protect students from acts of gun violence? What measures, plans will you put in place?
School safety is non-negotiable. We have to look more into our school resource officers and how we are training them. We want to make sure that our school resource officers are having the right relationships not only with our students, but with parents as well. I am also an advocate for installing metal detectors at our high-need schools. The only way we can really keep guns out of school is with metal detectors. I am also a component of thinking about random backpack checks for some of our high need and middle schools as well, because we know that guns are being brought into our schools through our backpacks. So it starts with a common sense safety approach, metal detectors, school resource officers, and random backpack checks, but also making sure that we're looking at preventative measures as well and having more mental health therapists at those high need schools.
Can you explain where the money to fund our schools comes from? And what changes, if any, are needed to ensure that the district has the money it needs to deliver quality educational opportunities to all students?
Most of our funding comes from our local taxpayers, along with meal levies and overrides. We also receive state funding, per pupil child funding, and then 10% of our budget comes from federal grants. Right now, DPS is very top heavy. We have to laser focus in onto the budget and see where we can make cuts from departments that do not increase student outcomes. Most of our money is caught in central bloat and bureaucracy. We have to look at trimming our central office and directing funds directly into our classrooms. That way our kids can have the best possible and high quality education that they deserve.
What K through 12 personal experience most impacts your views on education? And is it relevant today?
Our teachers. Our teachers are so important because everybody remembers their teacher at some point in their educational journey. I believe in supporting our educators and our teachers because they leave a lasting impression on our lives. Teachers are the backbones of our community and of our neighborhood schools. I am a strong advocate for teachers' pay and supporting our local teachers.
How do you see the role of charter and innovation schools in the DPS system? How should the board ensure that all schools, regardless of governance model, offer high quality and equitable opportunities?
School choice is a great thing, and school choice also has its inequities. I believe that all school models are a part of our DPS school family. We cannot exclude choice from parents. I believe that charter schools has their place, innovation schools has their place, also our district-run schools. Education is not a one-size-fit-all matter. So we ensure high quality education by auditing those schools as far as their performance ratings, how students are doing in the classrooms, and also feedback from our local educators in those classrooms to see what it is that students need to make their experiences better.
Your website states, ensure at least one parent community rep from each school sits on district policy input teams. Pay community members for service on councils to honor time and expertise. What will be the qualifications of a parent or community rep for these District 4 input teams, and where will funds be found to pay these individuals?
Any parent that wants to sit on our parent council is welcome. Any community member, any former educator, anyone who has any ties to public education will be offered a position with our parent council. We'll be doing different fundraisers with the community to raise those dollars, and also with our budget audit, I believe that we can find the funds there to fund our parent organization that will help set policies and really bring a public voice back into public education. I'm Jeremy Harris. I'm running for the Denver Public School Board in District 4. I'll be honored to have your support and your vote this November. Make your ballot a Harris ballot. We know that no matter where we live in this community, no matter what our background may be, we all want the same things, and that's opportunities for our kids and a community that thrives. I'll be honored to rebuild public education with community, with families, with teachers, and most importantly, with our students. I'll be honored to have your vote. Please visit my website at harris4dps.org. Thank you.